Amazing. Beautiful. Pretty. Marmala art. L for lust.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the next A through Z series. Today we have Lust from Full Metal Alchemist, or for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, whichever you prefer. If you haven't seen the anime, I highly recommend it. It's constantly voted as a #1. It's a fan favorite, and it's really good. I recommend it. The story's great, the characters are great, and yeah. If you do know her, then welcome on in. We're drawing Lust today, and I super sped up this video, you guys, because if I didn't, it would have been real long. Because as we'll talk about today, my pieces lately have been taking a super long time because I've been doing a lot of experimenting with them, and it's been taking a lot of time because, as you'll see in the video, I redid Lust and I actually cut out a couple of the pieces. Um, I redid Lust a lot of times. So at the beginning of the video, we started with a sketch already. That's because I sketched out like 4 different ideas, and I redid the line art at least 4 times. I redid the color like 3 times. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of experimenting. I wasn't happy with certain things, so I just kept redoing it. I changed her face. I changed like a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, we finally got there. As you can see it here, right here, I went back and forth. This is me doing the color over again and refixing it up. But yeah, you guys, it's just been, I think what it is I am ready to take my art to the next level. It's like I've maxed out, right? I've kind of maxed out like the current level I'm at, and I'm starting to see things because I've been taking classes. I started taking a schoolism course actually. If you guys don't know about schoolism, I'll put a link below. But they have great courses from amazing artists that are really well known in the industry, and they have, subjects like figure drawing or gesture drawing and color and lighting. I'm doing a course on color and light, and it's by Nathan Fawkes. If you don't know who he is, that sounded like kind of funny how I said his last name. Nathan Fawkes, I think is how he says it. And it's a great course, and it's been something I've been wanting to get better at, which is in particular color and color harmony and just developing those skills. So I think now that I've been practicing and doing more studies, I'm ready to take my art to the next level, but I'm still not sure how to do it yet. So I think that that's why it's been taking me longer, because I've been wanting to experiment with my pieces and kind of push them more with like dynamic lighting and have cool effects going on. But every time something is like a little off to me and I can't figure out what it is, so I think it's just time for me to progress and level up. And I haven't made enough time, I think, to do just studies. And instead, I just try to automatically do them on my pictures. So I think it's really important, you guys, to set aside time and study. And I'm really guilty, um, for not doing that. Because, it just gets busy when you're trying to make content. And you get loaded up with commissions or whatever work you have, just life in general, right? It gets a little hard to set that time aside. So I try to incorporate the studies and things I learn into these like finished pieces I'm trying to do. And so yeah, then I end up getting a little frustrated. So as you can see in the drawing right now, I'm messing around with the light on her dress, and this was where I had the most trouble. I didn't ever, and I still at the end of it don't think I found the right color for it. And I'm really happy with the piece. I do like how it came out. I finally found like a line shape for it. So here, let me organize for a second these thoughts. Let's start over from the beginning. So how it started, I was watching an artist called Zumi Draws. Great artist. If you don't know who they are, I'll put a link in the description. They also stream on Twitch. So I started watching them on Twitch, and I loved the way, oh, hey, I just pulled up their art right there, actually. That aqua piece was by them. Anyways, I'll put a link in the description so you can see more of their art. But the way um, the way they start their process is they'll kind of do a sketch, a rough sketch, and then they just fill in the colors. They go in and they render. So I was trying to eliminate my line work and kind of copy that process that Zumi was doing. I wanted to practice it. So I started that one day. I did the sketch and then I immediately started to render with color. And I was like, I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling really frustrated and like it's getting a little difficult. So I was like, okay, maybe let's add in a little bit more lines and then we'll blend it together. And after I did that, I still wasn't feeling it. So the next day I came in and I did like a full line work like I normally do. Um, and then I noticed I was showing a sketch to someone because they were curious about how it started. I showed them the sketch, the original sketch we did, and I noticed that I lost a lot of the fluidity of the sketch. Like the line work I came out with was a little stiff, so I was like, you know what? Still not happy with it. Let's start over. So I went back and tried to redo the lines to get more of that like curve in the spine and just give more life to the picture. And I'm really happy we did. It did take me a long time, and everyone's been super patient, which was awesome. But we finally got there. We got more of the look I wanted, and I really like how her face came out. I did change her face. I changed everything so many times, and but I'm glad we did. I was more happy with it, and I do like how the dress turned out. I think in the end, my biggest critique is still not figuring out quite what the right color of light should be and how that interacts. So that's what I would like to learn next and feel like I've mastered. It's color harmony, and it's just how these colors interact with each other. And there's a lot behind that, so I just have to set those times aside to study, figure it out, and practice it, and then not get frustrated with myself. I think one of the hardest parts of being an artist is the mental part, because it's really hard to not get discouraged sometimes when you aren't really getting those ideas on paper. Like, you have it in your head, but you're not sure how to execute it, and that's just where the studies come in, and taking the time to take a step back and look at what you need to figure out. For example, like getting shapes right. Okay, I'm not really figuring out how to do this, I don't know, leg. Maybe I should take a step back, break it down into smaller shapes, learn how those shapes work and how the light interacts with those shapes, things like that. I think it's really important for artists and growth. So at least for me, I've been having like a bit of this like art identity growth crisis because I've been wanting to experiment and grow. So that's where I am, and that's just to explain a little bit my thought process with the piece. Like I said, I'm really happy with how it came out, but I still, I'm wanting to grow and learn, so I'm just trying to critique myself um, and see like what I could have changed or done better, what I can do for next piece. And I think again, yeah, just I need to incorporate more studies, which I will be trying to do. Um, and also the chair, a background work. Doing these different textures. You can see I'm starting to render the chair in here, and I accidentally messed up. I put the lighting from a different angle because I had the canvas flipped. Um, so I had to go back in and fix that. But yeah, the chair wasn't as rendered either, as well rendered as I would have liked. It seemed a little too simple compared to the rest of it. So that's another thing I would like to improve on, is just doing more backgrounds. And I've been trying to include more. And then, okay, so this is my favorite part of the picture, actually. It's Pride. We put Pride in the background. Again, it's another character from Full Metal Alchemist. Here's my BRB screw. Another character from Full Metal Alchemist. It's one of the other 7 deadly sins. It's Pride. And we had an artist, Trav. I'll put his link down in the description for you guys. He recommended we put Pride in the background during the stream, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I was just gonna do like a bedroom, So I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was really fun to draw Pride. It was just really cool to do, and the eyes are just fun to draw, so I got to draw a bunch of eyeballs. But yeah, that's the other thing. Doing backgrounds is a whole nother process of creativity and trying to put your characters into their character. You want it to fit. You don't want to do just like some random thing. I mean, sometimes it's okay, but for me, I like to make it seem like it's relevant to the piece. So yeah, I think Next things that I would like to improve on are just fixing those color harmonies and really understanding how they work and not just getting lucky, because there's a difference, you know? Sometimes a picture will turn out really great, but I can't explain why yet, you know? I can't explain why I picked this color necessarily. It just looked good. I'd like to have that understanding. And then also just making my backgrounds more dynamic and not just being simple with it. I've really tried to push that in my last couple pieces. So, um, yeah, thank you guys. All of you have been so patient with me while I've experimented so much. I really think it's important for growth, and I like to learn and keep growing. So, yeah, you guys, and I record. I've been recording these during the stream, so you see like a lot of updates and notifications. I hope you don't mind. If you do mind, let me know. I'll figure out a way to like kind of edit those out more. But it's kind of all over the place. But if you guys want to catch me live, I do stream. I stream Mondays through Fridays, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's a lot of fun. You guys can interact with me while we draw and share your stuff too with me if you're artists. You can also share that here, of course. It's fun to have like the live bit. I do like YouTube a lot too, though. It gives you time to like reflect like on this piece, and I feel like this is the first time I've really talked about a piece so specifically and just the art process so specifically, except for our other piece. The other one that I struggled a lot with, what was it? It was the Dementia, the A through Z series RD girl, Dementia. She was another one where I was having the same problem here. I was trying to do the dynamic lighting, I was messing around with color theory, and I was doing a bunch of studies in the middle of the piece, and then I did the a new like line art technique. So uh, yeah, but you know, you can't get frustrated, you just gotta keep practicing, and I'll keep at it. But I'm excited. That's part of my New Year's goals, my New Year goals, is to just really push myself with my art, try new things, and see what I like. So yeah, you guys, I hope you liked. If you want to share with me your art frustrations, please feel free to, or ways that you study, or ways that you think help you improve. Please feel free. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear what you think about this piece. If you have critique for me, that's great too. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys like this video. I really appreciate all of you. If you're still listening, you guys are awesome. I know I can get a little rambly, but yeah, I had a lot of feels with this piece and a lot of feels about wanting to improve my art, because really the last couple pieces have taken me so long, but I think it's a good thing. I don't want to just, you know, go with it. I think it's good to improve. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much again. Here's the final piece. I hope you like how it turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Questions, comments, concerns, all of that fun stuff. And as always, a special shout out to my patrons over on Patreon, including my $20 crew, Tank238, Metavrug, Bray209, Joe Evers, Cat Bay Bed, and Rays of Fire. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much for all of your support. And until next time, you guys, have a great February. Happy Chinese New Year! It's Year of the Pig, so go hug a pig or something. I don't know. Okay, bye. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.